Everything I know about her is against my will. For someone supposedly so busy writing all of BTS's top hits, Melanie Fontana definitely has a lot of time on her hands to be replying to ARMY. Hi, yes, hey, hello, it's Bora. Cue the intro. In case you missed some of the latest news concerning Miss Melanie Fontana, her legal team or her manager, whoever, decided to copy and paste people that were saying the truth that Melanie is definitely taking credit for the songs that she has written for BTS and is threatening to take legal action on people that refuse to take down their videos. So case one, Dani and Cesear, she is a YouTuber, definitely follow her, lovely girl. So Dani and Cesear got an email from Melanie Fontana's management team or whatever, and I'll just try to read the important parts, but basically they say, my name is Justin Garza, the manager of singer-songwriter Melanie Fontana and music producer Lindgren, guess that's her husband. As I'm sure you're well aware, and based on the video you released last week and a half, has been filled with abuse and harassment for us with the BTS ARMY. Unfortunately, the ARMY has taken many statements and content out of context in order to paint my clients as evil, credit-stealing villains. None of this is even remotely true, and the abuse, harassments, and death threats are beyond unsettling. I was just turned onto your video and I just turned onto your video. I didn't search, it just came up. I just turned onto your video that came out covering details this matter, and I'd appreciate your consideration of having that video removed immediately. The details of the podcast paint my clients inaccurately and simply further encourages the abuse they've been receiving from the ARMY. Melanie, Lindgren, and I have had massive security breaches with our emails and phones, received thousands of death threats each, and the ARMY has even secured our home addresses and are sending things to confront our homes to intimidate and scare us. Naturally, we are scared for our safety and are taking extreme measures to ensure our names are no longer defamed and represented inaccurately. We're even taking proper measures with the legal counsel and the authorities. This is very serious to us and our worldwide partners, Universal Music Group and Sony ATV. We will be conducting an ongoing investigation to find the source of the abuse and will not stop until the record is set straight. All we're ever tried to do is facilitate good music for the fans to enjoy. This is beyond unwarranted, and we greatly appreciate your support in not feeding an inaccurate narrative. I genuinely appreciate your consideration and time. Should you have any questions, feel free to discuss this further. Let me know. Thank you kindly. I read that email verbatim. You can pause this and read it out for yourself. But basically, this is for real for them. They're like, oh no, honey. You may have had receipts in your video, but you still gotta take that ish down, okay? No. Okay, so Dani did end up taking her video down because she is not a minor. She is a working woman with a career, and she didn't want that smoke because honestly, it was not worth it for her. I think YouTube is just like a fun thing for her at this point, so it's not that serious. However, the other person they emailed is a minor, so she got pretty much the same email, like pretty much the same thing. I'm looking at it right now. They were like, copy, paste. And let's see. So this other person did not want to take down their video. So Justin Garza informed this YouTuber that their account and information is going to be passed down along to their legal team and the authorities that are conducting an ongoing investigation pertaining to all these matters. They said, all who continue to defame my clients and promote a false narrative should plan to hear from my lawyer. Is that serious? Maybe you should talk to your client and be like, hey, maybe if you wrote a couple words, don't claim to take all the credit. That's all we're saying. By the way, I will be linking the other person's video, if it's still up, in the description box. bro. This person, after they replied to Mr. Justin Garza, also, I'm not going to let this person live in anonymity, which is why I'm saying their name. They replied to this person again, and they're basically like, oh, thanks for getting back to me. I can understand you think you did proper research on the subject, but I assure you that you have not. So you're saying the receipts were fabricated? Like, what? Apparently, Justin believes that the research this person has done is the evidence that ARMY has put forward, and in most cases, if not all, the evidence is taken out of context and framed incorrectly in hopes to paint their client in a bad light. And then he goes on about how they've all been working in music for over 10 years and has worked with most successful artists, blah, 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 blah. And then he plugs Universal Music Publishing and Sony ATV again. Like, bro, we heard you the first time. He at least acknowledges that Melanie has misspoken in one interview a while back, saying that she used the pronoun my when discussing her involvement with Euphoria, which she has already apologized for over a year ago and has done her best to properly credit all involved ever since. Has she though? Has she? No, I'm seriously asking. I really don't keep up with this person. Like, if I could go on with my life, never hearing about her again, I would consider that a happy life. However, I follow a lot of K-pop people, so it's inevitable whenever this girl slips up, she starts trending, I see it. Okay, it's not by choice. Everything I know about her is against my will. He then goes on to say that, have you noticed that none of the members of BTS or Big Hit has ever mentioned having a problem with any of my clients' conduct? The answer is no! That is because they do not have a problem with it, because they know my clients' contributions are credible and legitimate. My client works with Big Hit regularly, 5 to 6 days a week, to be precise. And it's still the case to this day. The ARMY needs to stop assuming and starting wars on the behalf of accompanying artists that don't want them to in the first place. And then they sum up this whole thing by saying, I understand you don't want to take down your video, however, your account and information has been passed along to our legal team, our lawyers. Okay, we get it. Okay, so there's really a lot in these receipts, which I will definitely be including in this video, but bro, like, they really need to chill. Like, if Melanie didn't slip up all the time, if she just properly credited everybody that was involved and not claimed that she wrote the whole thing in terms of the songs that she has been involved in, then ARMY wouldn't have a problem. ARMY really wouldn't have a problem. Like, there's other people that have collaborated with BTS, so clearly she's doing something. Anyways, this person had a very eloquently written email in response to that, and honestly I'm not going to read it because we'll be sitting here all day. But yeah, needless to say, this person really dragged Justin Garza, and she's a minor. Okay, like, Justin, how you feeling right now? What do you guys think about this? Because honestly, this is not atypical of Melanie. Even though Justin Garza is taking these actions on behalf of Melanie, she is not innocent, okay? So I'm going to explain this situation that I had with her. Not really, but it was on Instagram DMs. So let me just pull up my phone. Okay, so to give a little context, this was back in October when unfortunately we lost Sulli, former member of FX, if you don't know who she is, and Melanie Fontana basically made a whole story. She started out good, okay? Her story started out, FX sung actually, she didn't, that was a lie. She didn't start out good. She said, FX sung the first song I ever wrote for Korea. My heart is so heavy over the news of Sulli's passing. From what I gather, Sulli was the innocent target of internet abuse. Newsflash, there is not an excuse to bully a stranger for no reason. Alright, she could have kept it at that. But she kept going. Alright? Am I gonna read this? I'll read a little bit. She basically goes on after that, says, "This year, I've been attacked online, called a colonizer." Who could do that to you, girl? Who could do that? Ugly cracker. I've been told that people were going to find my parents and hurt them, all because these bullies didn't like how I posted and worded my excitement about having co-written. So she knows the word co-written. Interesting. A song with BTS. Anyway, she goes on, make it about her, which, like, I'm not saying that is not Karen behavior, but it definitely is not Karen behavior, if you are catching my drift. Anyways, I posted it on my story. Follow me, Whiting Pod, on Instagram. And she saw it, which, like, I mean, I added her, so I was ready for this mode. And she said, "Wait to make your whole story about me, though." And then I replied, "You made it about you in the first place, comparing apples to oranges." And then she said, "You're bullying me by doing this. You realize that?" I said, let me rewind. "You made it about you in the first place, comparing apples to oranges." And her good reply was, "You're bullying me by doing this. You realize that? Your actions are no better than those who help push a beautiful, talented woman to the end of her cliff. These actions disgust me. Disgust." And she didn't stop there. She had time. She had time between writing all those BTS songs, okay? The difference is, I realize none of these social media crap matters. It's not going on my headstone, but you have to sleep at night with yourself knowing your actions are that of a sheep, like a mindless drone just following an angry mob. Why don't you look at the larger picture? By sharing my experience, I'm letting my friends and followers know it's okay to be open about the pain of being bullied. If you don't care for a person, you don't add them to your story on social. I don't think that's how it works, but okay. Anyways, I replied, TLDR, means too long, didn't read. Because I really did not read that shit. Do I look like I have time? Do I look like I have time to read your pity party in my DMs? No, ma'am, no. So I went on to say, there's a difference between bullying and critiquing. Fact. Why am I facting myself? Sorry. I didn't call you names or come after your looks. Fact. I just said, don't make it about you because that is selfish and in bad taste. There's a difference, girl. Just because you can't handle someone calling you out on something doesn't mean they're being mean to you. So please, given recent events, get over yourself this once. And then I think she left me on red because that was the last screenshot I kept. Either that or I deleted her. I don't remember. So this is out to Melanie, because I feel like you're the type of person that will watch things that aren't in your favor and get mad. Like, you watch things about yourself knowing it's not going to look good for you, but you need to know what people are saying about you. So if you're still here, 1, get over yourself. 2, there's critique and bullying. Sure, some army are probably bullying you, but there is definitely a large number of people justifiably are critiquing you. And 3, yeah, saying my lawyer will be there, that just looks petty on your end. So good luck, Charlie.